Look around a room and most of what you see is dead. Plastic, metal, paint, screens, chairs. None of it grows. None of it heals itself. It sits in place, waiting for use. This is not a judgment, only a naming. We live among dead things. Yet when a hand meets a familiar cup, something stirs. A story rises. The cup is not alive, but the memory it carries is. In the ghost movement, this sits simply. Objects can hold the trace of life, but they are not its source. There is an ache that runs older than our houses, a wish to be among what breathes and changes. People, pets, plants, weather, time. For most of human life we lived where change was visible, where light shifted across leaves, water moved, soil softened or dried. The body learnt to read those changes as safety. Step indoors and much of that movement falls away. The room becomes steady, useful, quiet. Useful does not always mean alive, so we begin to scratch the itch. We move the sofa, we buy a lamp, we repaint the wall. For a day the room feels new and the chest loosens. Then the feeling fades. Fresh paint, same ache. We try again. New clothes, new shelves, another arrangement at midnight that promises relief. The promise is not false. There is a lift, but it comes from novelty, not from life. Dead things can be shuffled forever, and still nothing in the room will grow. This is not an anti-object stance. Tools are good as tools. A table is a meeting place. A blanket warms. A book carries thought across time. The problem begins when we ask dead matter to answer a living hunger. It cannot. It can only host the memory of life, not produce it. A chair becomes more than a chair when a father once sat there reading. The life you feel returns through relation and use, through touch and story. The chair did not wake up. You did. Aliveness shows itself through change. A leaf unfurls. A kettle begins to sing. A child calls from the next room. Light thickens before rain. None of this can be bought as a permanent state. It arrives because something is in relationship with something else. Water with heat. Leaf with light. Voice with air. Time with attention. Dead matter can sit inside those scenes and serve them. It cannot replace them. The yearning to be among what lives is not a flaw. It is an old remembering, the body calling for a world that answers back. No blame is needed for the ways we try to meet it. We reach for what is near and simple to change. Shelves, cushions, paint. Each change offers a moment of freshness. Then the room settles back into stillness, and the ache returns, asking for what only living relation can give. Here is the naming that holds this thought. The object is dead, the memory is alive. Freshness is not aliveness. We do not need more lifelike things. We need more living relations. In the ghost movement, we honour tools as tools and life as life. The chair is dead, the story is alive. The ache is not against the room, it is for what breathes within it.